Now I know this has been a statement that's been made before, but I'm going to explain why it's my opinion and I think it's true. Moist Critical being the best YouTuber on the platform. Now, he's not my favorite YouTuber. That goes to Scott the Woz, but he's definitely number two. He's right there. It might change day per day, to be honest, but I think he's the best YouTuber for a lot of reasons. For one, he talks about any topic that you could think of. Anybody in this world, I bet, would have some interest in a topic that he'd say. You might not agree with him, but I definitely think most people would. I agree with a lot of things that he says, and honestly, he makes me think different about some things that I think about. Number two, he does what he likes on YouTube. You don't see a lot of YouTubers who really don't like. Say for me, for example, I don't really put a lot of effort into my content. I just turn on the camera, film myself, film the game, whatever I'm doing. That's just what I do. He does a lot of content like that where he puts a bunch of effort, puts a bunch of money behind it, which is really cool, really awesome to see. But most of the time, it's just him looking at a topic and then yapping about it. And it's just really cool to see there's somebody who's really grown into this huge, massive channel to see them have a lot of success on YouTube and have a lot of followers and a lot of people who will back them up on a lot of things. And it's just really cool to see that and really cool to see because you don't really see that anymore. A lot of people really have to highly edit their content, post a lot of shorts and TikToks and a lot of that stuff. So it's just really nice to see that a YouTuber has truly naturally grown with what they've liked to do and people have just grasped to it and have really enjoyed his content and just his personality. It's just really cool to see, in my opinion, because you have a lot of YouTubers like Mr. Beast is obviously the one that goes right off the top of my head, who knows if he really likes what he does. He just puts so much time and effort and money into his stuff. It's crazy, how much stuff just goes into his channel and how much effort does. And you just don't see that with Moist Crickle, but yet his content is still, honestly, in my opinion, more watchable than Mr. Beast in some occasions. But anyway, the third reason, and I believe this to be the most important reason, is because he's just a good guy. Obviously, there's always a coat of paint on the camera, between off the camera, but he genuinely seems like he's a good guy. He's pretty simple. I don't know everything about him, but he doesn't travel. He doesn't do a whole lot of stuff. It's what it seems like, at least. But yeah, it's just really cool to see because his opinions on stuff is very, I don't know, just he's not out off the walls about his opinions. They're just very forward, very true, and it just always seems like that's the right thing to do, in my opinion. I don't think there's just a lot of people, especially on social media anymore. Because on social media, everybody's just always trying to stir up drama and trying to be the drama. Like, oh yeah, killing animals is good. You'll see people say that randomly. It's like, what? Or say bestiality is good. And it's just like, why are you saying this? You are literally just starting to stir up drama. Like Logan Paul and the Paul brothers. They're the prime example of that. They just try to stir up drama, and that's kind of how their career went, with them just doing stupid and crazy things, where they stirred up drama and brought drama to gain viewers, to gain traction on their channel. And Moist Crickle just doesn't do that. I know in his past he covered a lot of like drama topics, and he's even said that he kind of stirred the pot a little bit. But he just covers the topic and his thoughts and opinions on it. And I'm not defending him or anything. You can have your own opinion about him if you want. You're like, well, no, he does stir up the drama a lot. He does do this a lot, and that's fine. But in my opinion, he just seems like an overall good dude who's just doing what he loves on the platform. And I think that's why he's the best YouTuber. You can literally see somebody kind of following their dream, doing their dream, and still putting more time, money, and effort into different things to expand on it. He's not just, all right, here I am, I'm good, I've made this money, I think I'm done. No, he just likes doing YouTube, and we've really seen him push the platform and do a lot of things and make cheeky soap, which I think is great. He has other things, merch, and he's partnered with places before. It's just really cool to see, and I really don't think we'll ever see anybody like this again on the platform. Obviously my content is very heavily inspired off his. I literally just yap about something. I don't really go too off the walls with what I do. I'm just not. It's just not like that, and I just really have a lot of respect for him, and I really wish we could see more YouTubers like this pop up lately. Honestly, we just see a lot of streamers now like this, to be honest, who just kind of yap and talk to the camera, then post clips on YouTube. Like Jinxie, he plays video games, Queso even. Like they just yap and talk. It's not like they put tons and tons and tons of effort into their content. They just stream a lot, get clips of stuff, and that's really kind of what we see from them. But they don't usually like kind of yap about certain topics, certain just random things on the internet. They're usually, I don't know what to say, like just crazy video game clips. And honestly, Moist, he has some clips like that, obviously, like the one, woo, that's infamous nowadays. But it's just really cool to see, and that's why I think he's the best YouTuber. Everything I've said, he just seems like a good guy. He does what he likes on the platform. It's just, yeah, I just don't think we'll see anybody like this again. It's just really cool to see how he's grown, and honestly, that's really about it. So yeah. Anyway, as always, have a great day.